What's up everyone, Alex here. June is my birthday month, and on June 1st I got to celebrate my birthday alongside luminaries such as Morgan Freeman, Alanis Morissette, Tom Holland, Heidi Klum, and of course, Tekken's Brian Cox.
Why do these fathers and sons keep throwing each other off cliffs?
June 2024 marks the beginning of the busy season in games, with one game in particular dominating the conversation this month. So much so that it seems like every single video game has been trying to dodge this thing like a bullet streaking past them and scheduling those games well beyond its release. And in case you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not actually talking about a full game here. I'm talking about a highly anticipated DLC. That said, I want to highlight just a few games that are coming out this month. Aforementioned DLC withstanding, they can look forward to playing in June. The original Shin Megami Tensei 5 excelled in the gameplay department, allowing us to explore a vast post-apocalyptic landscape, but was very light on the story. But Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance adds a completely new storyline to take, that, by itself, is an additional 80 hours long, and features party members, brand new locations, demons, and potentially a more involved story. The game also promises to have more improvements to its battle system, accessible gameplay, and lots of the kinds of exploration that made Shin Megami Tensei 5 great. As a fan of the original release, I can't wait to see this game running on my PS5 when it comes out on June 14th on all modern platforms. I remember playing Monster Hunter Stories 2 a few years ago and felt that it was a fantastic evolution of the monster taming RPG genre. On June 14th, PlayStation owners will finally get to play this game, alongside the first game in the Monster Hunter Stories collection. Keep in mind that the first game is also coming out on PC and Switch, and Monster Hunter Stories 2 is currently available for Switch and PC. What separates the Monster Hunter Stories games from any other monster taming RPG out there is its sheer obsession with capturing the mechanics of its action-based big brother. All of the monsters, weapons, and armor from the mainline Monster Hunter games can be found here, complete with original stories that are more involved and character-driven. I'm not kidding. If you're a fan of monster taming RPGs and you want something that's got deep and innovative gameplay that's also really fun and exciting, you owe it to yourself to check out these games. And the last game I want to highlight is none other than the highly anticipated Elden Ring DLC, Shadow of the Erdtree. Did you know that Elden Ring sold 23 million copies by February 2024? It was not only the best-selling game in several major regions back in February and March 2022, but is also now the fastest-selling Bandai Namco game of all time. So, naturally, how do you celebrate the DLC release of one of the most popular games of this generation? Of course, you sell a collector's edition with it. Kidding aside though, Elden Ring has become a phenomenon in gaming, and is widely considered as the most accessible Souls-like to date due to an expansive and explorable lands between, and effectively teaching many of us newcomers the mechanics of the genre. And in Shadow of the Erdtree, you and your fellow Tarnished will be venturing forth into the Land of Shadow, fighting against the DLC's major antagonist, Mesmer. But, as with most of From Software's games, the truth is in the eye of the beholder, and I'm certain that there's a ton more than meets the eye when the game comes out on June 21st on PlayStation and Xbox platforms and PC. And here are the rest of the games coming out in June. Destiny 2: The Final Shape, the highly anticipated finale to the series' decade-long storyline, is coming out on June 4th on PlayStation and Xbox platforms and PC. Blockbuster Inc. looks like a fun take on what the movies tried to do more than a decade ago, letting you take control of a movie studio, and is coming out on June 6th on PC. And yes, you can make movies with it as well. V Rising is coming out on PS5 on June 11th, which is a vampire survival game. This game is already out on PC. The entire Kingdom Hearts saga, which blends the worlds of Square Enix and Disney, is finally coming out on June 13th on Steam. Still Wakes the Deep, a highly anticipated first-person horror narrative-driven adventure game by the folks at the Chinese Room, is coming out on June 18th on PS5, Series X and S, and PC. Until Then was delayed to June 25th and is coming out on PS5 and PC. This is a classic point-and-click adventure game, along the same lines as last year's A Space for the Unbound, and is set in the Philippines. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD is coming out on June 27th on the Switch. I loved playing this game when it originally came out, and it still remains as one of my favorite, wholesome, spooky games I've played of all time. Spy X Anya: Operation Memories, based on the highly popular anime, puts you in the role of Anya in a bunch of different activities with the hopes of filling up her photo diary of exciting adventures, and is slated to come out on June 28th on PlayStation platforms, Switch, and PC. And that, my friends, are the games coming out in June. Now tell me, which games do you have your eye on that aren't Shadow of the Erdtree? Any other games I didn't mention here that are coming out in June that you're picking up? Post your thoughts in the comments below and let's talk about it. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.